For expats who are thinking about either receiving or sending a large monetary gift to a family member or to a friend, what are some of the considerations they should have in mind?
There are a couple, because the US does have a gift tax. A lot of people just don't know that much about it, and they're worried about having to pay the gift tax because the rates are actually extraordinarily high on that. Up to 40%, very quickly they'll hit that rate of about 40%. When it comes to giving a gift, you have to ask yourself two questions. So number one, do I need to actually file a gift tax return or not? If you don't have to file a gift tax return, there's not going to be any gift tax to pay. If you do have to file a gift tax return, then the question becomes, okay, do I need to pay a gift tax on that? Because it's the person who gives the gift that technically is on the hook for paying that tax, if there is any. So for the majority of people that have to file, they don't have to pay any gift tax. So it really works out at the end that very few people actually have to file a gift tax return, and out of those very few people, even fewer wind up paying any gift tax. There are some exclusion limits. If it's under a certain annual amount that you give to any one individual, you don't have to report that on a gift tax return. And you can double that amount if you're married filing jointly. And then there's certain other gifts that you don't have to ever report on the gift tax return. So gifts to spouses, gifts to charities, things of that nature. So those don't have to be reported. But if your spouse is a non-resident alien, basically they're not in the US tax system, you are allowed to give gifts to them, of course. But if it is over a certain amount, then you do have to report it. It's quite high. Okay, so that's the first step of the process. Do I have to report the gift tax return? If that works out to be yes, and you do have to file a gift tax return, then you want to know, obviously, do I have to pay this tax? Because the tax rates go up really high really quickly. There is an amount that's called a unified tax credit. So you're allowed to give up to whatever that credit is in your lifetime and not pay any tax on that. That amount changes every year. Now, what about when you receive a gift? You're an expat and you receive a gift from any US taxpayer, citizen, green card holder, etc. There's nothing for you to report at all. But if you receive a gift from someone who is not a US taxpayer, and that gift is over $100,000 in a year, then you do have to report that on Form 3520, Foreign Trusts, Gifts, and Bequests. So that's if you receive over $100,000 as a gift or as an inheritance. There's no tax to pay on that. You just have to report it on this form. If you don't, you could be subject to a 25% penalty of whatever that gift or inheritance was. So there are some considerations to keep in mind. If you're giving a gift, number one, do you have to file a gift tax return? Number two, do you actually have to pay that tax? It really works out that very few people wind up paying that tax. And then if you receive a gift from someone who is not a US taxpayer and it's a significant size, you simply have to report that on Form 3520, and we help expats with that all the time.